I got 5 underrated men's fragrances here for you. I feel that these 5 fragrances either got forgotten about already, never really got the love they deserved, or both. This is a tag video. I got tagged from the multi-talented Michael over at the Fragrance Fraternity. He's a musician, producer, philosopher, super nice guy, and he's got a genuine enthusiasm for talking about fragrances. And that's just to name a few. So I'll quit talking about him and we'll get into this list. First one I got for you is this Ralph Lauren Purple Label. It's got a really nice blackberry note, which I don't think is used in perfumery enough. And it's got a nice citrus off the top. Then you get this mahogany tobacco oak moss base, but it really comes off as like a nice suede leather tobacco base. And everybody compares this to Bond No. 9 Bleecker Street, which I also love that one, but this one came out first. And I think they're different enough to make it not redundant to have both in your collection. If you like one, you're probably going to like the other. And people are always saying this thing is discontinued, but it's not. You just have to get it from the Ralph Lauren website. It's always on there. And if you wait for like a 20% off sale, it's not a bad price. And you can get it engraved or whatever if you want, your name put into it. So if you want this, just go on their website and sign up for their emails, and they'll have a 20% off sale here and there. And so people complain about performance on this one too, but it's an EDT, so you're not going to get that great performance. But what you will get is like 2 to 3 hours of a good projection, and it comes off just nice and bright. It's got a really nice scent profile when it's on there. You can smell it really good. But yeah, it's not going to stick around like a EDP would. And I would love to see a parfum version of this at some point. It'd be very interesting. Maybe even make it a little bit deeper and add that parfum. Would be a real good flanker of the line. If you're out there listening, Ralph Lauren, why don't we do that? Next one up is Dolce and Gabbana The One Gray. I think this is a great flanker of the line. It's a daytime office soapy scent with some nice grapefruit. And you still have the spiciness off the top, and then it drives down to this really clean vetiver lavender soapy base. I love everything in the one line, including this one. And yeah, it seems like people think this is boring or no good or whatever, but I think this thing's awesome. I mean, it's great for the daytime, and this is like a perfect office scent too. I think this thing just works. Very, very versatile, and I wear this one quite a bit, and every time I do, I enjoy this one. So yeah, this one's definitely slept on, and I don't think it got enough love. Up next is Jet Black Platinum from Michael Malul. I think this one got slept on because it was really close to Armani Stronger With You. But this one's even sweeter and has this strong toffee note that is really pronounced. And it's even got better performance than Stronger With You. And Stronger With You is no slouch. Whenever I wear this thing, I get tons of compliments. Women seem to go nuts over this thing. And I'm not really looking for compliments when I wear a fragrance, but you know, I don't mind it if I get them. That's still good to hear. It reinforces this is a good fragrance. So yeah, this is one that never really heard much about, and I think it's great. Okay, Versace Oud Noir. The quality versus price ratio on this thing is insane. It's really a safe, mass-appealing Western oud. A lot of people compare it to a Tom Ford Oud Wood, which I like Oud Wood, but I'd rather wear this. I prefer this one. It's like a designer version of it, I guess you could say. Just an easier wear to me. Performance is good on this thing too. It's a really nice, spicy, woody incense base with some nice citruses off the top. Kind of freshens it out at the beginning. So yeah, I hear talk of discontinuation on this thing. I'm not sure where it's at, but man, I love this thing. It's great, like fall, winter, easy to pull off, like dumb reach fragrance. Polo Cologne Intense, which is fairly new, released in 2021, is an aromatic, fresh, spicy, green, woody citrus with like an earthy base. It's kind of like a modern day twist on the original Polo Green, which I love. I love Polo Green, the original, still. It's a nice mini and citrus opening with some nice ambroxan and vetiver. I think this is a nice flanker. It's great to wear in the spring, and I think this one got slept on and still is getting slept on. One more thing about Mike over at the Fragrance Fraternity is he's been really supportive of my channel ever since before I even got started. I just reached out and made a comment in one of his videos because I've been watching him for a while, you know, just saying that I'm thinking about starting a channel. And one thing he said that stuck in my head was just do it for the love of the game. And I still kind of got that in my head even today. And he's also got some interesting perspectives you don't always hear about. And he said something one time that stuck in my head. It's like, give me an example of one time that you bought a decan of a more expensive fragrance that you end up liking and bought the fragrance later, of where you regret buying that decant and spending that money on that. And I can tell you that's zero. I've never regretted spending that little bit of money on that decant for one that I really end up loving and got. But I have blind buy several fragrances and then regret not, getting a decant of them. So that's a good way to sum that up. It's pretty easy to see that that's a good philosophy to use, but just the way he said it kind of got it in my head better. And then he's got some interesting ideas sometimes, like since he's this artist side of him, he's into music, he compares some fragrances to music and some of the similarities, kind of interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys about Michael over there also. That's my list of 5 underrated fragrances. If you guys got any ideas of ones that you think are underrated, go ahead and put them in my comments. And this was a tag video, so I'm going to tag Jerome Smith over at the Fragrance Channel and Jamar over at Vegas Scents. If you guys can find the time and feel like this is something you'd want to cover as a topic, go ahead and make a video and keep the tag going. So appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and if you would like, subscribe, and comment, that helps my algorithm.